Hi, I'm Christy Wyatt with White River Medical Center in Batesville, Arkansas. One of the goals of the Human Resources Department at White River Medical Center is to create a productive and enjoyable work environment for the employees. Today, I will discuss the process of progressive discipline and how it's been applied at White River Medical Center. Walter Flynn defines progressive discipline as a process that utilizes a series of identifiable steps to communicate concerns to employees. Each step is separate and distinct and is designed to warn the employee to change his or her performance or behavior, or further discipline will occur. White River Medical Center's progressive discipline process includes 4 steps. The first step is oral reminder. The second step is a written warning. The third step is written probation or final warning, and the fourth is termination. The first step is an oral reminder. The purpose of an oral reminder is to correct a performance or behavior problem by bringing it to the employee's attention in a friendly but serious manner. Although it is an oral reminder, it is necessary to document. The documentation should include details of the specific offense, performance improvement expectations, any explanation given by the employee, and it should be signed by both the employee and the manager. It's also important to let the employee know during the discussion that any documentation of the oral reminder will not go into their permanent personnel file. After the oral reminder has been given, if the problem persists, a written warning is the next step in the progressive discipline process. A written warning is a formal conversation between the supervisor and the employee. Following the conversation, the supervisor should complete documentation of the conversation to include details of the repeated offense, reference to any prior conversation or the oral reminder, behavior or performance improvement expectations, the employee's statement of their plans to change, and any additional comments made by the employee, a statement of confidence by the supervisor of the employee's ability to change, and it should be signed by the department director, the supervisor, and the employee. After 2 unsuccessful attempts to correct a performance or behavior problem, the third step in the progressive discipline process is written probation or final warning. Written probation is extremely serious because the employee may be discharged if they do not change their performance or behavior. Generally, it's used after an oral reminder and written warning have been given and no significant change in performance has resulted. The minimum probation time is 90 days. The Human Resources Administrator and the Department Director must review the documentation and circumstances before the discussion with the employee occurs. During the discussion, the employee should be informed of the time period allowed for their improvement. They should also be told that reoccurrence during or after probation will result in further disciplinary action up to and including termination. The supervisor should document the conversation as well as the employee's statement about their plans to make performance improvement changes. The documentation must be signed by the employee, the department director, and the Human Resources Administrator. The final step in the progressive discipline process is termination or discharge. Termination occurs when an employee cannot or will not perform satisfactorily. After the progressive discipline process, the employee should not be surprised by the termination. After the meeting and the discussion for the termination, the supervisor should help the employee to exit in a dignified manner. While employee discipline is a task that is quite difficult for many supervisors and managers, it is often necessary to help employees succeed in their jobs and relationships in the workplace. With the progressive discipline policy in place, the employee is given ample opportunity to make improvements, change behavior, and be successful, productive employees.